Welcome to Ego Netcast live stream. I am Martin Lindeskog, and this will be a short session here regarding Trump always chicken out, also known as T.A.C.O, and Taco Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday there? And I checked now that it's live on YouTube, and I will stream for more destinations in the future. And also an announcement that Reza Pahlavi, hope I pronounce the name right, the son of the king of the Shah of Iran. So he's the prince, will visit Sweden on April 13th, 13th of April, and visit the Swedish power there in Riksdagen, Reichstag in German, but it's parliament, and he will have a speech talk there, and he was invited by the Sweden Democrat and the Christian Democrat. So-called my party, the Liberal Party, I don't think they have invited him, or the Conservative or the Moderate Party. But at least it's the Christian Democrats, KD, and Sweden Democrats that have sent him an invitation, and he will come. And I saw here on the Twitter feed, X, you could say libertarian or conservative liberal free market think tank Timbro, one person there responsible for European matters. He was criticized and said that the son of a dictator or a Shah there shouldn't be welcome to Sweden. And of course you could have a point there. The thing is, I'm not for the royalist and royal and the kingdom. But what he has said, that he doesn't want the power, he doesn't want to be elected, he wants to be the bridge here from the dictatorship, real dictatorship in Iran now for 47 years, the mullahs, and then that they will have free, open election, and then the people will decide. So that's the thing. And if he visits, I'm not for diplomacy, as you know. I am for gunboat diplomacy. And I will come back to Trump chicken out and Taco Tuesday. Is that this is a sign. If he comes here and he is welcomed, similar to like if an opposition leader or in exile in Belarus, or like the one that got the Peace Prize in Venezuela, are welcome for a visit. It's a symbol and a sign and an indication. And that could be a play also. That's positive. What happened now with Trump doing this chicken out again, and that's this acronym T.A.C.O. Trump always chicken out on a Tuesday, and now give the mullahs and the dictators 2 weeks to doing what? Of course, the wording about crushing a civilization and whatnot is maybe not the so-called diplomatic way of doing it, but they have got reaction. How many times haven't the mullahs, the so-called president, dictator in Iran, said death to USA, death to Israel, and how they support and sponsor dictators, regimes, and terror activities and organization all over the world without nobody taking notice or saying something about that. And for example, the one that we should never forget and forgive the fatwa, the death wish or sentence against Salman Rushdie that have been several times been attacked recently at the stage that somebody stabbed him and in his eye, I think it was. I will mention Scott Holloran that has doing an interview with a person who then protected Salman Rushdie on stage. Something I will try to see then and include in the show notes an article to Scott Holloran's interview with that person. So it's time to stand up, and you could wonder why did Trump doing this? That so-called 5 minutes before midnight, as you call it in Swedish, but something else in English. But it was not long time before the attack would started or been, yeah, the deadline passed. And then now that it has some 10 points and negotiation with Pakistan and some leader that's coming, that's even more a hardliner that they're taken off. And talking about the son, that isn't that the son of the one that became a cardboard replica that's in power now. The good thing is that Israel again has taken care of plenty of this military. In Iran, they have both the so-called official military, but also this other military that totally doing their own thing. And then, of course, mullahs and others that they have ticked off the list. But they are popping up all the time and they are prepared for this. The same thing with Hamas. There are people standing in line. And this Hormuz uh, thing, the critical passage with vessels and ships and deliveries, especially with oil and goods, is it open now or is it still controlled by the regime in Iran? So that's why we need a regime change and a guy like Reza Pahlavi being the bridge over time, and then they have official, open, public elections, and then we will see what's happening. It will probably take time because there are infiltrators, there are spies, there are people in high places. So now, when we got 2 more weeks doing what, you could wonder. But maybe this is a play that's only Donald Trump knows what he's doing. I don't know. What do you say? So again, welcome Reza Pahlavi to Sweden, to Stockholm. Best premises with your speech, and it will be interesting to see what kind of effects and feedback this will have. And Trump, enjoy your tacos. Cheerio and bye for now.